We live in a world where authenticity is punished and being fake and performative is the law of the day. I never used to understand that life was a masquerade, that everyone is wearing a mask, that life is a stage. I used to think that I could just go into a room and be myself, and that was always a huge mistake. That was never the right move. So, why does society reward fake people? Why is it that fake people ascend while authentic people sink? And I think it's like this: shit floats, gold sinks. And that's just the nature of life. It's like water and oil. And I know that we're trained to compete from a young age, normally around the age of 5 onward, for jobs, mating rights, housing, status. People are willing to do the craziest things to win. But what is it that you really get out of it at the end of the day? Because once you have everything, it becomes the new normal. And even creating an empire to me seems kind of pointless. This self serving culture encourages narcissism, and those are the people that get ahead. And we all know that. Nothing is real on social media, as we all know, but it creates a distortion field that breeds discontentment. They want us discontent. They want us to feel like we're doing something wrong. They want the fakery to seem like the reality when it's actually a skewed sample size, yet that's all that we're seeing on social media. Because if you think about it, 0.01% of 10 billion, which is about how many people are on Earth, is still millions of people. And when those millions of people, as small of a percentage as they are, start posting on social media, it creates a distortion field. It seems like, wow, why can't that be me? That should be accessible to me. And of course, it's not. People who do the right thing are left behind, yet most of us are encouraged to be good people, whatever that means. And it's like society wants us compliant. Society wants us to go along and toe the party line and just go along to get along. There's nothing good about losing, and I wish I had it in me to be cutthroat and compete. I wish I cared enough about status to be shallow and not overthink reality, but the pursuit of these things has never interested me. And to be a chosen one in society, to be authentic, to be spiritually aligned, is to feel so unspecial, to only feel aligned with God, to only feel special in the eyes of God and not in the eyes of man. And people don't understand that when you have been spiritually selected, or when you're an outlier in society and you have no choice but to view it from the outside in, that you're going to be rejected by this earthly world. You're going to go through trials on this earthly plane that are so painful. And it's only your creator that sees your true nature. And a lot of times we become disconnected even from God when this world just buffets us all over the place. The first time I became conscious of competition, I was about 5 years old. I remember my mom had brought me to a pool because she wanted me to join the swim team. And I remember we went to a swim meet, and I remember looking at the lanes and being like, there was 4 lanes. And I remember thinking, 3 people, I said this out loud, but mom, 3 people lose and only one person wins. I don't want to do that. And even then I had this limiting belief system that winning was the biggest issue. And I don't think that mindset has ever really shifted. I didn't want to compete because I didn't want to lose and embarrass myself in front of everyone. I always had this self-conscientiousness about me. And I know that's kind of an immature thing, and I've gotten a lot better at it over the years. But even then, it seemed that competition to me was a humiliation ritual. I was 5, and I just sensed that this was a humiliation ritual, and I didn't even know what that was. Society teaches us things like honesty, empathy, integrity, yet rewards the opposite in reality. Society is the biggest hypocrite of all because it seems like we're taught to be good people just to make us easier to control and easier to govern. And I'm not opposed to kindness, but that's not what excels. I mean, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So we have to know the reality of life, the harsh realities, and how to be able to defend ourselves. Anyway, guys, if you're new here, my name is Shelby. I exist and I make stuff. You can support this channel by subscribing and leaving a comment, checking out all my links below, following my art on Instagram. Buy Me a Coffee is down below. I'm trying to get 100 supporters by the end of the year. And you can also leave a super thanks, channel membership, all that stuff. And check out my Shopify for my prints of my artwork. And I was thinking that society also pressures us to get over it and not bring up the past. It's like we have to just be in this constant state of moving forward. People don't want us to dwell. And there comes a time when you're going through grief where it's like, okay, it's time to move on now. It's like we even have to grieve by society's timelines. Fake people study your aura and steal your mannerisms, accomplishment, and friends. Fake people will turn people against you. They invest all of their energy into building a coalition to defame your character because they can't take you out single-handedly. I can't tell you how many times that's happened, where I've been rejected by the group, where the group has coalitioned against me. And being fake is so acceptable that people get offended when you keep it real. If you're honest and you speak truth to power and you call things out for what they are, you're going to get reamed and ostracized. 9 times out of 10, you might even lose your job. You might even get shot. I mean, being honest out here can be life-threatening. We've seen what happens when people speak truth to power. We've seen what happens when people exert their freedom of speech. Because words bring things into action. Words create realities. And there's a lot of people that don't want those realities to come true. So they kill people that speak out against this. And when you stay to yourself and don't share your business, people get so bothered. Like when people see that you're not involved in drama, they start drama with you. And when you keep your business minimal and don't share it, they start to get envious. They start to think that you think that they're better than them. But I'm telling you, give them nothing. Don't let them feed off your energy. Fakers are also close to people who dislike you. They make excuses for your haters, and they are not real friends. Like, if you have someone that is friendly towards you, being friendly doesn't mean that they're your friend. And they're actually talking to one of your bullies or one of your enemies, and they're friendly with your bully or your enemy. They're an op. Make no mistake. People that are friends to everyone are friends to no one. Fake people speak about their actions. They state their character traits out loud and claim to hate drama. For example, a fake person says, "I'm trustworthy." A fake person says, "I'm not like the other guys." They say the quiet part out loud because it's just not true. It's a tell. It means they're disingenuine. Real people don't tell you who they are. They show you. Fake people apologize to have a second chance to fuck with you. They use performance and grandiosity to insincerely apologize. They just want you to shut up, and they have no intention of change, and they just use an apology to look good in front of other people. It never comes from a real place. Fake people act like victims when they receive consequences of their actions and blame you for attacking them when you hold them accountable. Yeah, so narcissists, fake people, often think that they are the victim when they are called out. And then they blame you and call you the perpetrator. Fake people see other people's mistakes and laugh, and they ridicule instead of watching other people's mistakes and using it as a learning opportunity. They envy people ahead of them and talk down to other people to bring themselves up instead of becoming better themselves. Strong people study people ahead of them in order to learn and apply what they're doing. Not everyone who is friendly is your friend, like we were talking about before. They're only asking for your vulnerabilities to use it against you. It's not because they care. It's not because they're safe to confide in. The need to confide in someone should be left to your higher power, a therapist, or apparently YouTube, in my case. People are only loyal to you so long as they can use you, so be careful who you vent to. The people closest to you might become your ops and use what you tell you and share it with your enemies. Your vulnerabilities are ammo for your opposition. Be careful who you tell your vulnerabilities to. I actually did a thing where I would make up a fake complex. I would say, "Oh, I'm really self-conscious about my feet. You know, I think I have really man feet. I think I have man feet. They're really ugly." And I would spread this lie that I was self-conscious about my feet to multiple different people to see what would happen with that information. And since it was something that didn't really bother me, when it got back to me and people were trying to tease my feet, trying to get a reaction out of me for something that I wasn't actually self-conscious with, I would be like, okay, I wonder who told who that I have this fake complex. And now I know who I can trust. So you can always spread fake information to see. When their games don't work, they start projecting on you, smear you, and start ganging up against you. The game will never change, only the players change. They all play from the same playbook. They are predictable. The best thing you can do is guard your energy. Don't switch up. Stay real even when the world turns against you and wants you to become fake. True that. It's not your job to fix what you didn't break, no matter how they pass the buck and blame you. It doesn't matter who you lose in life as long as you don't lose yourself. They're going to try to separate you from your core essence. Fake people don't like real. When real meets real, you know it, but when fake meets real, the fake person tries to overtake your reality and tries to make you doubt yourself, tries to make you invert your personality, tries to make you lose your identity. They will waste your time and create distraction, taking your attention and energy. You can literally get brain damage if you get trapped by a narcissist long term. They will fuck with you to the point where you have permanent memory issues and concentration issues. You'll be in a fog in a way you can't even imagine. Real people don't have a lot of friends. Everyone has their own definition of being a friend anyway. Your haters can't get enough of you because they're obsessed with you. They are invested. They study you more than your biggest fans because they want to destroy you. People will disturb your peace by telling you the negative things that people say about you. You should ask them, what did you say when this person insulted me? And why do you feel so comfortable sharing and spreading negativity about me, even if someone else said it? And watch them start to make excuses and backpedal when you call them out on this behavior. Because these people are just rumor spreaders. Whatever is said behind your back is really not your business. So this person is kind of a snitch. And they're just spreading animosity. And it might even be a lie. Cutting people off also involves letting them believe whatever false narrative they have created about you. It's not your responsibility to change their mind and justify your identity to them. People will be nice to your face while secretly hating you. Being around people in a regular way is honestly dangerous. I really am skeptical of people that have big friend groups. It just seems like it's all performative. It seems like they have a good life on social media, but in real life, they're just shit talking. How many people grew up with parents or knew someone who was nice to people's faces, and then the second you got behind closed doors, they started shit talking? Like I would literally see parents of my friends and even my mom compliment people to their face and then close the door and be like, oh my God, she is so fat. I can't believe how fat she is. At least I'm not that fat. And it was just this fakery. It's like this performative, we have to be nice to people's faces, but we can't say the quiet part out loud until we get behind closed doors. These people feel exposed when you give them nothing to work with because they know you see right through them. And when you call them out and hold them accountable, they say, oh, well, I guess I just can't say anything to you. Or I guess we're just not as close as I thought. I'm just having a conversation with you. I can't believe you're so easily offended. And they say things like that. Most people don't want constructive criticism. They want validation, or they just want to talk about the problem instead of solving it. Real people have haters, and fake people try to please everyone and appease the group to avoid conflict like a chameleon. They simply adapt to the values of whoever they are surrounded by, for better or for worse. These are the people that become bystanders in times of crisis. These are the people that become Nazis. Miserable people have nothing to lose and everything to gain by dragging you down and dimming your light. To avoid this, guard your energy by giving them the smallest amount of reaction possible. Always respond. Don't just ignore what they're saying. Call it out and be assertive. But don't have a meltdown. Don't react. And start devising your exit strategy and start guarding your energy. My favorite technique is the gray rocking technique, where you don't give them anything to work with emotionally, because what they want is a reaction. That's their lifeblood. They are dementors. Fake bitches use everything you have to offer, even things you don't even know you have to offer. Your haters see things in you that you don't see. They see potential in you that you don't see. High school class reunions are only attended by the worst people in your class. I have never been to one, and I never will. Only bullies who peaked in high school go to these. It's just a big circle jerk of who peaked in high school when you go to these reunions. It's a complete trash and waste of time. Fake people lie about how miserable they are and take it out on people. Fake people lie about how miserable they are and take it on people who have decent lives. So what I mean by that is that fake people pretend on Instagram or Facebook to have great lives. In reality, they are so miserable. They are inauthentic, and they're going to take it out on whoever, tries to puncture that fake reality for them, because they're living in a fake reality. Their entire reality is fake. Nice people are fake. If they gossip with you, they will gossip about you. They will discard you as soon as you are no longer usable, and they might even say that you're useless. Translation, you won't let me use you anymore. So when someone calls you worthless or useless, it's because you won't let them use you. It's not because you're useless. It's because you're not usable by them. People don't actually fuck with you. They don't even want to know you. They just like the idea of you and what you have to offer. Energetically, financially, in terms of social access, in terms of getting a fat reaction out of you when you insult them or when they insult you. It's just complete trash. People with large friend groups are usually fake and talk mad shit about each other while posting highlight reels on social media. Fake people avoid confrontation and fit in through shit talking others. Don't unsee the truth because they will gaslight you and cause diversions to make you doubt your reality. But don't fall for it. Just stay grounded in your reality. It takes a lot of practice, though. If you've been chronically gaslit, you know what I mean. When you give people the privilege of trust, they have power over you, so be careful who you trust. It goes without saying that who you give your trust to, you're putting your power into their hand. And it's a lot easier to keep your power than to go through the rigmarole of taking your power back. People who brag are insecure. They will say offhand things about your positive qualities. They'll even give you compliments, but they're not real. These are hints about how much they hate you. When what they compliment about you is what they despise about you. What they compliment about you is the first thing they're going to go for when their insecurities take over. They're giving you their tell. They're telling you exactly what they want that you have that they don't have. And what they're going to do is, since they can't have it, they're going to ruin it and they're going to take it and destroy it. Guaranteed. People only want to get close to you to see how you have what you have in order to take it. Some people are just curious about how you got to where you are. They're curious about your lifestyle. They want to see how it is. They want you to have that. They want the key to the city that's in your pocket. Your haters see your worth and potential more than you do. They see things that you take for granted in yourself, qualities that they envy and want to suppress or destroy. Because if they can't have it, no one can. So you have to reverse engineer their attacks, reverse engineer their insults to find what your hidden gifts are. Develop these qualities and stop taking them for granted. So whatever anyone is trying to suppress within you, whatever someone is trying to attack chronically within you, you have something special there. My art was chronically attacked. Starting in pre-K, I would have the other kids say, "Oh, that's Scribble Scrabble," and then they would look at my art, and then they would go and copy what I was doing while insulting it to my face. When I was 3, I didn't understand what that was about. I thought that, oh my gosh, I must be really bad at art. Clearly, I never gave up on it. It's something that I've always had within me. I'd rather be alone than get around fakers. Your silence is power. Make it uncomfortable for them to deprive them of the hit that they get from getting under your skin. Like, you have to make it unrewarding to fuck with you. If you give them a reaction, if you're giving them attention, it becomes rewarding. But if you cut off the dopamine tap that they get from using you as a source of supply, they're going to discard you. I guarantee you they will leave you alone if it's no longer rewarding for them. If they're no longer boosting their ego off of your existence. Enter your villain era and fuck the high road. Start taking the psychopath instead. This whole Michelle Obama thing of they go low, you go high. Nah, we don't do that here. We want to go lower than they go. We want to go to the 7th layer of hell and back. We want to drag them down to the depths of the Mariana Trench. We don't want to let them get away with it. This high road thing is simply it's allowance. When you don't retaliate against someone, you're allowing them to fuck with you. So you have to make it unrewarding for them to fuck with you. Be careful who you say hi to. Be careful who you smile at or even lock eyes with. Especially as a woman, some people will see your attention, no matter how minor it is, even if you're being friendly, as an invitation. And you never know how that's going to bite you in the ass in a couple minutes or in a couple days. Especially when it's a man-to-woman interaction. When you smile at someone and you are just open and you are friendly and you're laughing at whatever the fuck they say, they see that as attraction. They see that as an invitation. You have to guard your energy. Don't express your attraction to someone until you know it's safe to do so. If you weren't invited, don't go if they add you last minute as an afterthought. Stop texting first and see who reaches out. This way you filter through the haters and fakers. Most people are not your real friends. Get used to it. It's not just you. It's nothing that you did wrong. Anyone who kicks it with your ops is an op by association, like we were saying before. They want your secret sauce. They want your Krabby Patty secret formula. Nosy people just want intel so that they can rob you of the very qualities that they envy. They want to be you in certain cases. In certain cases, they want to be you. They want to absorb your identity. It's almost like they're Kirby. They're sucking in your qualities in order to swallow them and adapt them to their own selves, like Kirby does. Just because someone builds a rapport with you doesn't mean that they have good intentions. Don't let your right hand know what the left hand is doing. So just because someone knows how to build rapport, because someone knows how to get you to start talking, doesn't mean that they're using these techniques because they want to know you. It's usually because they want to get something from you. The devil doesn't come wearing horns and a tail. He arrives in disguise, giving you positive emotions and rewards on the front end in order to tear you down on the back end. How many times have you been love bombed? How many times have you been love bombed and had all this attention up front only to have those people pull the rug out later? Because the devil arrives in disguise. Be discerning. Don't mistake oversharing for authenticity. Loose lips sink ships. Don't capsize your own vessel by getting too comfortable with confiding in fake friends. A lot of you guys are more supportive than the people in my life, and I just wanted to take this time to say thank you so much for your support. We're almost at, I think, what number are we at right now? I believe we're almost at 13K, which is crazy, subscribers. And I appreciate you guys tuning into our live streams, participating in the comments, building this community together, because I think a lot of us are authentic people that are just looking for reality. And when real meets real, something magical happens. And I think this is why this channel has been so successful, is because we are real people here. And real people are hard to find. And when you finally find that community, you have to hold on to it. A gift or a favor is never no strings attached. They just want leverage in order to manipulate you. Earn it yourself. Don't accept handouts. Boy crazy girls are usually male-centered, envious, and insecure. This pick-me energy means they will throw you under the bus and even sabotage your relationship out of jealousy. I think of Huda from Love Island, and she's a perfect example of this energy that we're talking about here. Sabotaging, gaslighting, histrionic, meltdowns, doing whatever it takes to control not just her man, but the men of other people, and trying to sabotage their relationships too. Just look at reality TV dating shows. You see this kind of thing all the time, but it kind of reflects reality because these people do exist in real life. Fakers are addicted to being the victim. They view accountability as an attack, and they are more comfortable distracting themselves with drama than actually building something real in their life. Fake people minimize your accomplishments and steal your joy. People who are all things to all people should be avoided because they are non-committal and socially promiscuous. They will spread your business to the ops, guaranteed. Be careful with these people that are just social chameleons, that are just snaking through different friend groups, that have a hand in all of these different pots. They're not trustworthy. You might think, oh, he's just an extrovert. No, he's socially promiscuous. He's loose socially. He's socially loose. He can't be trusted. He's not going to have your back when shit gets real. He has too many other people in his circle. He's not really investing in any one person. He's just kind of drifting. He's a drifter. When you try to explain how someone's behavior is harmful, they pull a reverse Uno card, blame you, and make themselves a victim, these are fakers. It goes without saying. Who needs enemies when you have friends like these? If you make friends, people who are not a looks match get jealous. Now, this is something interesting. If, as a female, you have to befriend women who are your looks match. They have to be as attractive as you. If you are friends with a less attractive woman, sis, she's an op. There's only so much that's going to happen when she sees the access that you have because of your beauty. When you start getting attention and access and the doors of the city are swinging open, that's jealousy. She's going to come for you. So you have to befriend other beautiful women. This is why you see beautiful women together, because they get it. Fakers only compliment you or apologize in order to make themselves look good in front of other people. They only criticize you, and then they criticize you behind your back instead of offering feedback to your face because they're fake. The truth is, in certain environments, being real can get you fired, falsely accused of a crime, jumped, or even shot. So sometimes silence is the best response. Don't speak your mind if it puts you in danger. There is something to be said for being a martyr and being a free speech advocate, but I don't know. Not all of us have that kind of platform to have our deaths memorialized like that. So just be really careful who you're being real with and who you're saying things out loud with. You can still be real without speaking your mind and saying everything and saying the quiet part out loud. Knowing when to bite your tongue is a superpower. When people show you their true colors, believe them. If you keep them in your orbit, your blessings will be blocked. They will close the road. They will block your blessings. You have to keep people in your camp that want to be a part of your blessings, that are contributing to your blessings. Surround yourself with people that want to win. Never give a hater VIP access or allow them into your orbit. And assume everyone is a hater. You have to gatekeep your energy. It's not stuck up to gatekeep your energy. People will come for you if you exude peace, even when you don't talk to them. Loners are easy targets, or so they think. And they think that you're better, they think that you think that you're better than them simply because you're avoiding them and simply because you're not pouring negativity into them or shit talking other people. Fakers are only nice to people who have power and status, watch how they treat people below them, and who can do nothing for them. It's a classic thing. It's like, how does someone treat a waiter? How does someone treat a homeless man? These are tells about their actual true character, and when someone shows you their true character, you believe them. I've had strangers on YouTube treat me better than certain members of my family. Blood isn't family. People think shared blood gives them a sense of entitlement and permission to access you whenever you want simply because you share DNA. I would rather have no friends than fake friends. Choose to eat crumbs with bums over steaks with snakes. I repeat, choose to eat crumbs with bums over steaks with snakes. Don't allow them to wine and dine you. Don't allow them to give you access to the city just so they can have leverage and use this resource that they're dangling in front of you as a source of manipulation. Want for nothing, even when you have nothing. Want for nothing and just be where you are, because then you can't be controlled. Guard the good. The moment you start to improve, the claws will come out. You know the crabs in the bucket mentality. As soon as you start to ascend, they drag you back down. So you have to never cast your pearls before swine and move in silence. Just because I don't say anything doesn't mean I don't see anything. Embrace moving in silence. Trust a snake to bite you. You can't change a snake's nature. No matter how much you negotiate with a snake, it's still going to be a viper. It is what it is. The venom that a snake puts into your body is not personal, but it is deadly nonetheless. The people closest to you are dangerous because they have access to you. A friend of everyone is a friend of no one, like we were talking about before. People pleasers have no core values and are willing to gossip and backstab in order to fit in. These are the people that in times of war and crisis are going to be the ones that are going to say, I was just following orders. They're not going to stand up for anything. They're not going to risk their lives for a cause. They are chameleons. They are NPCs. When they ask for your opinion, they usually don't want it. They just want to know where you stand and if you're on the same side as them so that they know if you're an op to them or not. Fakers are attention seekers. The wrong crowd will damage you and change you and take you off your game. It could even sabotage your future. My brother-in-law, for example, was hanging out with the wrong crowd, and he was with a group of kids that ended up shoplifting from Walmart, and he became guilty by association, and he lost a major opportunity because of that. So this is a perfect example of how friends are actually ops. They don't want you to succeed. You have to be really careful when you share your plans with people. And usually word gets out, but you have to try to move in silence. You have to move, walk softly and carry a big stick, so to speak. All of this stuff is wisdom that has been passed down from the ages. And I know that most of you guys here are real. That's why you're here. You're here to meet real meets real, and real knows real. And I just wanted to say thank you again for watching my video. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for engaging with my content at all. We're almost 13,000 people strong here. And YouTube in the last, let's see, how long have I been doing this? Less than 4 months. It'll be 4 months in October, on October 11th. I started this in June. In less than a quarter of a year, you guys have opened my mind and changed my life and given me a medium in order to express myself. And I've been able to improve my articulation of how I talk. I've been able to really think about certain subjects and present them to you guys and see how you guys think about this. It's been revolutionary for me to start this channel, and I suggest anyone who's thinking of starting a channel to just go ahead and do it, because my channel was basically invisible for the first month and a half, and then it started to slowly build up and blow up, and now here we are later with 13,000 people. So go ahead and join our community. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. I think I'm going to try 3 different times of live streaming. So I'm probably going to be live streaming about 3 hours tomorrow, so check that out. Thank you guys again. My name is Shelby. I exist and I make stuff, and keep it real out there. I'll see you in the next one.